Morning, everyone. How are you doing today? Jack and Bluhm here, and it is a beautiful sunny day. Yay. But there's rain coming on Sunday, so, we'll take today. As always, thank you for shopping with me. It really helps to help me bring new things to you. All right, give me just a sec to get the computer on the same page. Make sure I'm live. If you're out there, say hi. Come on. Always waiting for computers, aren't we? Always waiting for something. All right. One more second. Where am I? There I am. Oh, good. Okay. I found me. All right. What are we talking about today? Well, I wanted to let you know about a little sneak peek about the product of the month coming for April. This is going to be a A2 card-sized die with flowers. As you can see here, there's the item number. You have a qualifying order of $75 and you can buy this for $5. You can only buy it once, and it's while supplies last, and that's the key here. I think this is going to be very popular, so when April hits, be ready. I'll leave that there so you can take a screenshot. Hopefully you can see the number. Let me hold it up a little bit. It's 167984. All right. So what are we talking about today? We are talking about the springtime scene dies, or as I refer to this stamp set, the ladybugs. And I still haven't even used the ladybug stamp itself. I will get to it. So here are the dies. Here are the stamps. Enough said about that. This is in the online for March, and they show you a little card here. But if you put the bundle in, the bundle number or the number for the dies or the stamps, and you look online, you will see the card that I'm about to show you that I recreated. And then I'll show you how I did parts of it and build a new card. So this is the card that's online. I got as close as I could to the actual. My positioning of stuff might be slightly different, but this was the wow card that was associated with that stamp set. Okay. So you'll have to let me know if you like this one or my version. No pressure. All right. So I have just a standard A2 size card, and this is 1 3/8 by 5 1/2. Okay. And for, back up a minute, for this card, it is 3 panels. There's one here, and one here that are 1 3/8 by 4 1/4. I started at 1 1/2 and had to back it off a little bit so it would fit in, because they did have a little reveal space. Okay, I'll just stamp that in red, real red. And I'm also using, Old Olive. Okay. Oh, did I even, look at that. Didn't take off the backing of that one. Well, let's just add that flower right there, shall we? Okay. As I was saying, there's 3 panels here. Now, I glued it along the bottom and put a small glue dot on each of the tops so I could stick stuff in. I started at the top. You can hopefully see those little bump ups. Okay, and I also bumped up, like this is flat, but this is bumped up here, so that way it would end up flat. That's just flat. Most of them are flat, a couple of them are bumped up. Okay, so to start with, we're going to take this big piece of grass. I need that one. Can't wait for our new ink pads. All right, so what I want to do is bring in a little bit of scratch paper so I can show you how I did this. All right, I like to use my grid lines, and I've already formulated that I need to be about 1/2 inch up from the bottom, so that way I'll get the look that I want. Okay, so I'm going to go about 1/2 inch up, and I just stamped kind of up and down all the way along there. Then on this piece, I am going to just stamp the middles, okay? So I just want the middles. And you can, oh, that's not good. Hold on. Let me get my head in the way. See if I can do it. I don't know. Let's see. Pretty good. All right. So I just went across the whole page like that, kind of going up and down, in and out. When I got to the end, if I had to, I went back and added a little bit more, you know, enough said. All right. So then I cut out a bunch of pieces. And this looks like a really tough, difficult card, but it's all just cutting die pieces and that little bit of stamping. And I stamped the words, okay? All right, so let's show you what I've got. And I'm just bringing it in. It's all not even on the card. And this is kind of what I'm looking at to build. And it probably won't come out the same, but, you know, we'll give it a try. All right, so I've got my grass, and I've got my grass. I'm gonna bring in my gluing mat, because I'm gonna need that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna put some tape runner along the bottom. Get me a couple of glue dots for those corners. Make sure I'm staying on camera. Okay, and because I've left this all open, I can put this on the card already, and you can see how I kind of went up and down. So I'll take those little pieces off, and then I'm just going to position this along that bottom edge, like so. So now we got basically a pocket. All right, I know that I want my words up along the top. I think I'll just glue those down flat. And this is the little tag that comes with this die. Love the little tags. And I'm gonna put that, trying not to mess too much up. I'm gonna put that, line it up on my grid, right about there. Okay, so let's start building. And I've got my fine tip glue because that will work, I think, the best for gluing all these pieces down. And once you get so far, if you don't want to keep watching me glue, just fast forward to the end. Actually, it's live, so you can't. But I am just going to glue like so. And then pick it up and put them in here. Like so. On this one here, I'm just going to glue along the middle because I'm going to glue down flowers so it will get more glue, and this will let me go back and forth between the flowery bits. Oop. Okay, all right. See, and I already can't remember, kind of. It happens. The struggle is real. And if you want, you could dry fit it a little bit more, put down 2 or 3 pieces, but we're just gonna wing it. Okay, and I know this one was kind of coming up to there. Okay, next. I should have had a picture or something. Sometimes I'll do that. If I'm not sure about my placement, I will take a picture of it and look at it from a picture and just kind of look at it from a little farther away, if you will. And that a lot of times will help. Okay, since this is so small, I don't want to fuss with it. So I'm going to put my glue on the paper, and then I don't have to fuss with it. And, oh, I wanted to show you that. So when you cut out the ladybugs, you get these little, no, this is a menagerie of stuff because that's what picked up on my finger, but you get these little dots from here. So I just put them in the center of these flowers. I thought it just gave you a little bit more red throughout, and good way to use up your negative, right? So then that one's going to go about there. All right, let's start building from the other side, which is, I don't know if that's smart or not, but we'll see. Oh, and this one went up higher. Okay, I'm going to put that there for now. Because I had this kind of going up higher. Yeah. Okay, I will put this one up. Yeah. It's fiddling. It's fiddling. Oh, thank goodness it didn't land on the other side. Okay, so I know I want this to be up a little bit more and take up some of that space. Okay, hopefully I'm staying on camera. I opened the curtain a little bit and now I've got some glare. Yep, looks like I'm doing good. Put that one down. Add another one of these. Now you could cut these pieces off too if you stick them way in. You know, you do you. All right. Oop. Let's get some flowers in there. I know that grouping went down here. Don't know if I need any more back there. All right, and some of these I'm going to put some dots on, some dimensionals, if you will. And these are the little baby ones. So let's get that ready. And maybe we'll even raise up one of the little ones, which I only need about a half a dot. So don't, oh, there's my half a dot. I knew I had one on there. It stuck to me. You ever have that? If your hands are really dry, pieces will just stick to you. So I just cut a dot in half. Okay, now, I know my one bug was in here. I think I'm going to turn him this way. Let's put a little tape on him. And maybe pop up his head. Her head. Ladybugs. I usually think of as girls. I don't know why. And we'll stick her in there. Let's do one more of our leaves, just since we have it. I'm sure we have a couple. Okay. And we're going to stick that one way down there. Okay. And sometimes I'll just set a block on it and it will mush everything down. All right, let's see. Let's put this leaf on next. If you have any questions, let me know. And I would love it on my YouTube if you would like, share, and subscribe. That would help me out immensely. I'd really appreciate it. And let's get another, let's see. Let's get another dot for our ladybug. Ugh, sticking to me. Let's put that flower there. Another flower. Now I'm kind of deviating, but you know, it's okay. Oop, and I did it the wrong way around. So now it's really hard. Ugh. But the glue dries clear, yay. And I think I'll just pull it into where it was. There we go. Just make sure it's on the card. There we go. I make mistakes too. Only human, right? And we can kind of tuck this one in and around. And what else? Need another flower. So now I'm just going to have to figure out where I want my flowers. That looks a little bit, oh, let's do that. Oh, I like that. Okay. Okay, you got everything down? This one's not down. And we are just gluing. I like to make sure that my pieces are not going the same way, so I kind of rotate those pieces a bit. Put one there. We have a couple more. Let's put one over here. So now I'm just sprinkling those kind of here and there. Little ridge line, that makes it a little harder. And I think I want one right here. Tuck right under there. And this grouping is kind of touching, and that makes it a cluster. And then I think I'll put one right up there. And we are done with this card. So, all right. And okay, there's a little tiny, get some tweezers. I don't know why this goes in, but sometimes it does. There's a little tiny needle. Maybe it won't come out, but it's usually sticking out. And I usually set my hand here so that way I can guide this over it. This makes it a little bit difficult to get it back on there, but you need to get it on there because it keeps your glue from closing. There we go. And sometimes I'll put it on there and I'll take it off and it'll come back out. Not today, of course, because I'm on camera. So just know that that does that sometimes, and it's okay. Just make sure that you get it in, you know, in the point, so that way it keeps your glue from clogging up. All righty. So don't be afraid to use your scraps. Don't be afraid to try one of the cards that's in the catalog. And get your stuff out and play with it. And which is your favorite? Card number 1 or card number 2? Now I haven't put any bling on, but we could add some bling. Let's see. Maybe some little sparkles would be pretty. Anybody that loves sparkles is gonna pick my card now. And you could color in the sparkles if you want. Let's see, where do I want them? I kind of like to just sprinkle them around like this. So I kind of do this thing, so it kind of, your eye goes here and then follows you out. And I don't want to put them on the red dots because that's where I mean, I already got them red. Why would you want to cover it up? So we're just going to take these off of here. And odd numbers works best. Oh, I don't like that there. I'm gonna pick that out. And I gently put them down. I don't put them down too hard. And if you have to move them, then raise them up lightly. Oh, that would have been pretty. See, they get stuck. They're really stickers. That would have been cool. I should have done that, but oh well. I didn't, so we won't. We'll put one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do an odd number. So you could do it like this as well on your pokey tool. And sometimes I'll just kind of look at it and say, all right, where do we need another one? I think sprinkled in there. There we go. All right. So use what you have. This could be any stamp set. It could be a bunch of flowers and butterflies. Would be pretty. Any grasses that you have. So use your stash and play. And that is what I have for you today. Again, which is your favorite? And it's okay if you like this one. I won't be upset. But don't forget April 1st for that stamp of the month Pretty pretties. And save your pennies for May. If you're coming local, you can start RSVPing for my open house, May 2nd. And I will see you next week. Bye now.